Okay, this meeting being live streamed. It says that it's directing. Okay, this meeting being live streamed. So it says that it's directing. And I can hear. Okay, this meeting being live streamed. So it says that it's directing. And I can hear. Okay, this meeting being live streamed.
What about if you mute yourself?
So it says that. I'm not repeating. It says it's directing.
It's because you're live on YouTube.
And I can hear this meeting being live streamed. So do I turn it off?
What about if you mute yourself live to?
I'm not repeating. It says it's directing. Okay, so where are we going from here?
You muted YouTube?
Yes.
Okay. Well.
What is it?
So good.
Okay. So now we're live, right?
Yeah, we should be good.
Okay, let me see if I really want to check really quick on YouTube, like where we at. Yet I trust as well. And is live. Let me see. Okay, we are. Hi. So obviously, my name is Roma. Welcome to this beautiful YouTube live. First time I'm here with Jonathan, and we'll introduce Jonathan in a minute. We'll check if somebody is coming in yet. The intention of this beautiful YouTube live is to leave it recorded as well, so everyone can watch it later and to actually articulate and express and share with you what are we here to support? What are we here? What is our purpose? And why are we talking to you? And why am I doing what I'm doing? And about a next masterclass that is upcoming, Embodying Unconditional Self-Love. So all of this live will be probably not going to be too long. We'll flow with Jonathan. Yet all of it is about how to embody that unconditional self-love, how to understand what works for you, what doesn't, and how to really start living with ease, no matter what circumstances are around you. So again, one more time, welcome everyone who is watching now, who is going to be watching later. Have any questions, please, you can leave them in the comments. If we want to answer now, we can answer them later, maybe next live or so on. Before we start the full live, here is the information about the upcoming masterclass. It's July 25th, meaning next Tuesday. Tuesdays is usually when me and Jonathan do something fun with all of you, right? And for you and for ourselves as well, because that what keeps us aware as well. That when we support someone else, we support ourselves. So July 25th, we are having an amazing experiential learning masterclass. What does that mean, experiential learning? Not only you getting knowledge, yet you will be able to step into some kind of a process and feel about that knowledge, right? Like, so you're like, oh, not only I'm knowing now, I already experienced and I have an interpretation what that realization means to me, what my body means to me, what my health means to me, or whatever that is, right? Your vision means to you. So we will be taking, and again, not only sharing the information, yet taking through many processes that you can sit with whatever you need to sit with. There is no, per se, a goal of mine for you to start working out or anything like this. It's your own individual wants and desires, and the way you desire to feel in your body, the way you desire to feel on your journey. And what me and Jonathan shares here and supports you with is the tools that you can try on and see if they work for you. And if they work and support you and empower you, you're more than welcome consistently using them and kind of like stepping continue leveling up, right? Continuing expanding within your own energy, meaning when your energy within expands, your outside reality expands in most beautiful ways. So July 25th, embodying unconditional self-love at noon Chicago time, so Central Time. It is a Zoom masterclass. It's going to be recorded, and you can easily flow through the recording and actually do the process as well in your own convenience, maybe even with a friend or a family. So you're more than welcome to share. If you signed up and paid and you didn't show up, right? You invested and yet you didn't show up, share with anyone, watch it with anyone, by yourself at your own convenience and privacy. Absolutely. Um, the link, Jonathan, we will make sure we leave the link or signing up under the live as well. And it's in my bio on Instagram, on YouTube, on every Facebook, and so on. So as I'm done babbling here, let's welcome Jonathan, a very dear friend of mine. I will say that he is my family in transformation because he saw and experienced my most raw, authentic moments in every way. We did go together through a lot of transformative processes per se, and allowed ourselves to practice while we're still been in the same container, right? To practice that empowerment, to keep leveling up and to keep expanding and support each other. So we have quite a bit of experience what works for us. And really what we're sharing, it's not like it has to work for you. It doesn't. You will decide if this process works for you. You will decide if those tools works for you. I don't know what Jonathan will add from that yet. In my interpretation, it works. It's just, if it works for you, you decide, right? Because it worked for us. So Jonathan, welcome, and thank you. He supports me. He's my right hand on the left. He supports me with everything he can. Yet this event, he's coming in fully as an awesome coach, and will allow you to feel his own energy and take you to his process of clarity. Okay. So in the masterclass, we will gain clarity. What is that vision? What is that unconditional love for you? Like, unconditional love doesn't mean like you're working out and you are eating healthy and you're taking your time, and yet how are you going about unconditional love when you are in contraction, right? When you're handling something in your day-to-day basis? Are you beating yourself up again? Are you judging yourself again, right? Are you reacting, or is it everything is based on your feelings, and sometimes you show up and sometimes not? So unconditional love is not only a fluffy, sweet love. Unconditional love is like mother's love, meaning loving yourself unconditionally is self-discipline, is a tough love layered with sweet love. Tough love and then layered with sweet love, right? You go through breakdown, you realize, and then you get to embody it. So there's a little bit of blind spots recognition, and then allowing yourself to be raw and honest with yourself. So all of it in masterclass and more. Jonathan, oh, I don't care to name you by your last name as well. I don't know why. So just Jonathan. I was like, Jonathan Osorio. I was like, nah,
That's
Jonathan.
close enough.
Welcome. Thank you for being here with us as well. And thank you for supporting me so much. So share what is, again, your intention and whatever you want about the upcoming class and in general, this process and so on.
Well, yeah, the what this class means to me is a lot of what you were just saying right now about the mother's love, about discipline, about how you want to interpret things. And to me, I mean, it's funny because to you, you see it as love, I see it as clarity, and that's spot on to what if this works for you or not, because people interpret it different ways. So if it works, it works. You know, if it works with me and seeing as clarity, it works with Roma and seeing as love. Essentially, it's the same thing. And what I've come to realize in these years of transformation and understanding and diving through and reading books and listening to podcasts and exploring the history of growth, of evolution, is that this is nothing new that we're talking about here. What we're talking about has been repeated since like year one, thousands of years. It's just being interpreted in a different way that resonates with you and you want to take action in, which is this training masterclass of where you're combining two perspectives of how to create clarity and love with yourself, how to create that life you want. And most of it, well, first I want to touch on that one key part that I think if anybody takes anything from this little video live on YouTube, it would be powerful, which is the motherly love. I think being that for yourself means to me to make all the mistakes in life and love yourself anyways. Fuck everything up. Show up, fail, but still love yourself. I would beat myself up in the past before I knew transformation. I know many people do. They just like it. It's addictive. It's an invisible whip that you're like, psh, psh, and you're used to it. If you're not beating yourself up, you're missing it. And it's not supportive. It's a vicious circle that just it's not supportive. But what if you were to love yourself instead of beating yourself up? It's like, hey, you went for it. It didn't work out. What's next? Motherly love, fatherly love is just it's no matter what you do, you're not gonna upset yourself because you went for it. You're living. You're not perfect. I want to touch on that motherly part, but then clarity, we could dive deep into that. My interpretation is way deeper. It goes more into in my perspective is just being aware of all the conscious programming
Yeah.
that we've had, and being aware of it, and then asking yourself the proper questions to create clarity on what you want to experience. A short little example would be, I want to experience fun. It's my day off. It's Saturday. I want to have fun. I want to experience fun. Okay. I go out and I'm scrolling on Instagram and I see these posts that just like a protest, and then I'm triggered. and then my whole day is triggered. I'm not fun no more. I want it to be fun, but it just got, but then all of a sudden a friend calls me. It's like, hey, what are you doing? It's like, oh, nothing. Want to go get lunch? Now I'm having lunch with my friend and I'm having fun again. Maybe the food took a long time and then I got pissed off and I'm mad. So it's taking me away from fun. And this is the conditioning. It's the conditioning of not being aware. Is the conditioning of propaganda from social media. It's the social conditioning. It's X, Y, and Z, generational, to be mad at things. But when you're aware and you ask your proper questions, as soon as you start scrolling, you see that protest and you're aware. It's like, wait, that's not me right now. I choose to be fun. Turn off your phone or something. I choose to be fun. Maybe you don't want to go have lunch because this friend is going to make you drink or something, and you just stop drinking, and then it's like, hey, you know what, buddy? No, I'm not really down for that. And then you go have fun somewhere. So you're being decisive and clear on what you want to do and what you want to experience in that one day. Short could be your whole life. You could do that your whole life, what you want to experience, what you want to create. And we could dive deeper into that. But in short, that's just my little interpretation on clarity and creating that for yourself.
Okay, so are you saying, because it's so profound, when you're like, well, for me, it's clarity more, and Roma is love. And clarity for me is actual awareness. That's exactly what you said. Because I will not know if I'm loving myself right now, if I'm allowing myself to be too lazy, if I'm really nurturing myself or anything, if I don't have clarity of where in the field of this unconditional love am I. If I'm in deep in programming, I can think that I love. And a lot of people will say, oh, of course I'm worthy. Yet let's look at your results, my darling. Are you feeling good in your body? Are you feeling beautiful? Are you feeling useful? Are you feeling enough? Because if you're not feeling it, you're saying you are worthy of all of it is not really supporting, right? Like, it's like, oh, okay, you're in a blind spot. So precisely what you said, as Jonathan is sharing, clarity is awareness. Without the clarity, where you are in this quantum field, because I can know what I want from relationship. Yet if the relationship that I'm in blinds me, and I am in it and operating from Roma is not good enough, meaning maybe I'm an abusive, yet I'm still creating the story, right? That's what my relationship looks like. So again, I will not even be able to recognize that my relationship does not look like the relationship that I want, because I'll be fooling myself deeply. And sometimes we do that because there is a payoff. It is uncomfortable to get clear sometimes. It is uncomfortable, right, Jonathan? Like, to tell yourself, hey,
Oh,
you keep saying you want this kind of relationship, but you're staying in such an opposite relationship. What's up? And that's why you don't even want to go get clear. Yet again, without the clarity, you will never have awareness. Without the clarity and awareness, guess what happens? Jonathan will not be able to tell the friend, no, I'm not going to meet you because I know what's going to happen at the end of the end. Or, hey, I don't get to get mad right now about my food being a little bit late, because that's just silly and that's not me anymore. Because you wouldn't even know that you are not in that field, and you would feel entitled to feel all the feelings, and the feelings will be a fact. It's a fact that they made me upset. It's a fact that my genetics doesn't allow me to express fully my body in a most vital, maximized human potential, right? Like, so again, clarity is a freaking must. If you don't have a clear vision, you rather flow and play with whatever is. And sometimes we have in life moments like this as well. Like, okay, I'm in some kind of void. I allow it all to collapse. I am keeping aligning with the ease and groundedness. And yet right now, I'm not going to go and seek anything in general. And it's not about seeking, it's about attracting anyways. And yet without clarity, the distractions will get you, the distractions will seduce you, the distractions will enroll you, because most of the distractions will not even look as distractions because you're not clear if it's a distraction. So absolutely yes, clarity. And then have that clarity, guess what? You can start aligning to that fun because you know what that fun is for you, like Jonathan just said. Now that's where your unconditional love comes in, the practice, right? So out of 10 times, if Jonathan said no to himself to go to, let's say, in drink, because that's not his vision anymore per se, right? And yet there is that time that he wants to allow himself to do so. Yes, that's unconditional love. Allow yourself to do whatever you need to do to fully align to the vision that you want to align, and watching your dominant energy. So if he's nurturing in dominant energy is nurturing his body, then it's easy to override even a shenanigan, right? Then you're like you said, let's go out there, get all up and try it all on. Then you will have so much more courage to go and try anything new on, because you're already holding your fort for yourself.
yeah.
You're already taking care of yourself. You already took responsibility for that vision that is so clear within here and within here. So yeah, absolutely. And for me, then unconditional love in general is, my big intention with all of you is to make it easier for you to take care of yourself, to make it easier for you to fully love yourself, to make it easier for you not to fall in love, to freaking rise in love with those bodies, with emotional bodies, with your mental bodies, with your spiritual bodies, with your energetical bodies. Because again, once you have that clarity, you have so many tools, you have the awareness, and then guess what? I will take you in that masterclass through all of your bodies, and we will learn beautifully. You are the ones that are going to get to practice it, and then you are the ones that continuously going to choose the tool or other, right? What do you want to actually incorporate in your own lifestyle? Yeah, it's so easy to affect your physical body through mental body, your emotional body through whatever body. So you don't have, like, every day doesn't have to look like every other day. And your unconditional love sometimes 100% will seem like 300%. And some days, the way you're going to love yourself, your 100% of loving yourself, it will be that much, but it doesn't matter. The point is that you keep showing up for yourself. So how do you really feel good enough with yourself, right? So you don't get distracted, so you're able to say no. How many people, Jonathan, can really say no with ease? What is your interpretation? Do people at this moment, because there's a lot of already awakened people, a lot, like a lot of us awakening. And all the ascension, don't forget, ascension happens within your body. The ascension is not going to happen out there. The ascension happens there, here, meaning your consciousness gets to expand, your emotional body gets to clear up, your mental body gets to absolutely have all the clarity that it can to maximize your potential, right? Your physical body gets to get in a place, right, that it supports you in every way. So how many people, Jonathan, in your interpretation, can say no with ease, can flow through their days, weeks without really getting distracted, seduced by everything else that doesn't serve them, right? What is your interpretation? What is the most challenging for people? What, like, again, from, because Jonathan coached many people for quite a time. So
for me, it will be, from my experience, is mood altering substances. A lot of people wanted to quit, like weed, alcohol, maybe just reduce the amount of alcohol they drink. That's been actually the people that have been attracting, as people in that, they smoke a lot of weed, they want to stop. They drink a lot, they want to stop. They don't want to be around that stuff anymore. But they're at, it's affecting their business, and they they still weren't able to, and there's only so much I can do. I can't physically go tie them up and not have them access to weed. It has to be within. They have to hit rock bottom, or something profound has to happen for them to change. And there are that special cases of people that could just go cold turkey and drop it off and just focus on something else. But it is a phenomenon that is known to the conscious mind. It is humans. It's just what we are. Dogs bark. Humans, have habits and stuff. So
yeah, and that's
yeah.
the thing. It's your thing to override it. So very profound sharing as well. And I will tell you this: if you try to fix outside the drink and the joint itself, or the any kind of addiction, again, some addictions look different, and some addictions are more legal than others. That's what I'll tell you, because some people drink and some people are such a workaholics that they have no relationships, and the family are absolutely. So it doesn't, I will never, I know society likes to kind of separate the alcoholism and that it bullshit, in my interpretation, because I will find people are so addicted to being righteousness that they're ruining all their relationships. And it's just because the same addiction is just legal addiction versus, right, having an illegal drug addiction, right?
Yeah.
It looks, it's so acceptable. Yeah. Even some workouts, like there's people, I used to be an actual power lifter and a gym rat for sure. There was not a day for years, 7 days a week I used to go. And it was my kind of addiction, because these times I never drank. Like I didn't drink or had a drug till like 30 late. And then in my 30s, I really partied, right? Like 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. The first times I like really enjoyed. And I live downtown Chicago, so you got to do this, right? And I really enjoyed it. Yet that was my addiction. That was my addiction as well. And I was absolutely like over abusing my body. And if I didn't go to 2 days to the gym, I was actually depressed. I would feel bad about myself. I would look at myself as I'm like did something wrong, right? It's addiction. Some people shop. Some people shop. So I will not take those two yet. My biggest invitation is this, and that's exactly what we're going to learn in the masterclass. A lot of times we're trying to focus and see what is not working and then kind of pick and plug it out of our lives. And it's much a longer process into transformation. And it's much harder, because the more you focus and keep looking for what's not working, you will keep fighting it 24/7, and more so and more so and more so. When you start pouring all the things that are working and your body is nurtured enough, you know, Jonathan, how much I like wine. You know that I used to be a girl that has a glass of wine, like always, right? Like 4 or 5 times a week, probably most of my dinners will have a glass of wine. And I thought about it, I was like, alcohol, I don't really care for it so much anymore. No. Yet the funny thing is this, because I never judged it, it just fell off of me. I haven't had alcohol for like a month and a half. I don't even want to look at it. So going to fix it outside is not going to support you. Looking why do you have that? Any of the addictions, right? And pouring unconditional love within meaning. If I expand my energy within, I lean into extra workouts per se, like we're learning a new skill. I'm back to Muay Thai, right? And I am now leaning way deeper into meditations every evening. That's not, it is not negotiable, right? I do arising as well, but yet evenings are my bigger things. I do hypnosis, I do meditation, everything. So once these things became for me non-negotiable, most of the habits that doesn't serve me, they're just falling off without even me focusing it on asking. And I'll tell you that it happened to most of my clients. Food addiction, the moment they start falling in love with themselves through the processes that clarity, right? None of them needed to go outside and decide cold turkey, not cold. None of them decisions had to happen actually outside. Lee, a friend, right, a client that you know as well, said, you will never take away sugars from me. And she's with me for a while. Suddenly she just doesn't want to eat sugars and she's in shock. She is in shock. She's like, I just know what my body is worthy. And right now she's like, it's funny. It's weird because my mind still wants the sugar, but my hand is not reaching out to get it. That's what you want. That's kind of transformation you get to have instead looking at and beating yourself up again, like John, right? Like, oh, I can't, what's wrong with me? I drink. No, don't even focus on it. Drink. You know that book that a lot of people quit smoking while smoking? In the book, he tells you to keep smoking until you finish the book. I know myself around 7 people that actually quit smoking with that book. And he doesn't force you, but he invites you to smoke while you're reading without zero judgment. Lee used to smoke for 12 years. Read the book, dropped it. Like I have literally friends, right? I wasn't a smoker, so I never read it. So again, there's so many evidences in my interpretation out there that the less you focus on what's wrong, again, unless it's to face your blind spot, right? You want to face it, but nobody needs to simmer this. Nobody needs to have a label from any of it, right? Like, okay, yeah, I like to drink, I'm alcoholic. Why that label? It's already telling your body that you are it and you're already inviting more of it. Correct? So maybe your body is going through some kind of transformation and some kind of stuff, right? Because it does feel not good enough. Hence, it has to fulfill somehow itself. So there's nothing wrong with any of you. There's nothing wrong with and nobody gets to be fixed in any way anyways. Yet, if you want to let go, or for the things that don't serve you to let go of you, rather keep focusing, zooming in, paying attention onto all these what's not working and keep repeating, I want to quit, I want to quit, I want to quit. Find things that exuberantly nurture your body and you actually enjoy them. Get the clarity on your emotional body. And you will know why you're smoking so much. You will know why is that hand reaches for that drink, right? Or that computer, Amazon button, right? Or that let's drop everything and just go for a run. Again, balance, because it's a great way sometimes to shift your mood. And sometimes, yet if you keep constantly running away from something and you are leaning into one of the crutches, and again, those crutches could look like a workout in the gym, or a bottle of vodka. It's the same crutch, really. One is just, so if you're fulfilling your emotional body by outside something, you're already doing yourself not a favor. I don't know how to say it, misfavor, not a favor. You're not favoring yourself, right? So that's very, very important. Again, the way, and that's where your clarity comes in, right? Clarity gets to come in. So where I'm at in this quantum field, am I fully embodying? Am I a little bit embodying? Am I hiding a lot and I'm avoiding a lot? Like, what is up? What does unconditional love mean to you? Like Jonathan, what does unconditional love mean to you? Right? Like you already shared. And in my interpretation, it's an absolute balance within yourself that you can still experience, right? Jonathan shared, and go out there and play with it all, right? And try it all on and mess it all up and see all these like failures. I didn't really believe in failures. There is none, right? It's experience. And you either want to stay wounded. If you're staying wounded from your from your things and events and experiences, yeah, maybe then you can call it a failure. I extract the wisdom. Jonathan extracts the wisdom. A lot of people extract the wisdom. How can you call it failure? There's no failure really. It doesn't much. Go
My
ahead.
this is a my interpretation of failure. If anything, actually, I mean, it's okay. Um, it failure is a moment. It was 3 seconds. Um, throughout, let's say, the best example will be Thomas Edison, but through my research and everything, I don't even think he invented the light bulb. It's just, I think it was Tesla, the original one. What's his name? Tesla's his real full name. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm forgetting his
Nicholas,
name. What was that?
Nikola Tesla, you're talking about?
Yeah, yeah. And then Thomas Edison, um, he took that idea and commercialized it. He had the money and to push it forward, so he became branded the inventor of electricity. This is from my research, though. It could be wrong, could be not, but X, Y, and Z. I just want to put this one because he had to go to who knows thousands of times of creating glass, of creating these coil wires, and then producing something to create a light bulb, to create electricity, and it's just a lot of like think about talking about electricity without knowing that it exists.
Correct, correct.
And then you're just like, huh? What is this? And you're like, I don't know, but I feel like I gotta figure it out. And you're out there. 1,000 times you messed up. So let's say in one of those 1,000 times, you took you a week to produce the glass. It took you a week to make the core. At the end of the day, the whole week passed, and when you went to flip the switch, nothing happened. Okay, that is failure. Let it be failure. It's for that moment. Don't let it be failure the next moment. Like, okay, I failed, but the whole week was not failure. The whole week was creativity, was imagination. It was work. Don't disregard that work. You learned. Now you're gonna do next work that's not gonna involve that, or maybe an evolved process of that. And eventually, after these fails, after you extract the wisdom from it, you're gonna have a success.
And
And
again, just a second. I'm sorry interrupting you. By the way, we have a beautiful friend slash client. She used to work with me, and she is coaching and going into moving to Madagascar, and she Rasa is starting to support everyone else as well. So saying hi, Rasa, because I saw she left a comment. Hi, Rasa, we love you, love you. If you have questions, ask. And maybe we can you can jump on our masterclass. I would love to see your beautiful face, Rasa, as well. So the one thing that you said, it quick popped up. Now, again, even another thing, like how can you say that it's a failure? Because it's like manifesting. If I declare something, right? Let's say I will declare about relationship. So my relationship feels like this, period, done. Okay. So obviously, when I declare something, and Jonathan knows very well what happens after declarations, especially if you're fully in and you're all in, it's the shit show starts right after the second after declaration, basically. So you will start having all things coming in. Yet first you will start having all kind of relation coming in that's not it. Why? Without having not it, not it, not it, not it, this cannot be it.
duality. You can't.
Yes. So let's say you are discovering whatever, it's already there, right? Everything is already created. That light bulb. So you got to check if this way it's going to work. No, this way it's going to work. No. Again, what is that a failure? Because you will have to check what is it that will work. So the process itself is not a freaking failure, because it's simply picking out on what is it from all the things that is not it. And how will you know that is it if you wouldn't have anything to compare to what is not it? So I gotta have those 3-4 relationships show up for me, and then quick realize, right? Like, oh, okay, doesn't line. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So the one when comes that feels right, I know this is it. That's all. Like, everything cannot be the same, because then it wouldn't be it, period. So again, it's up to you how you want to take any failures. It's absolutely up to you how you interpret. My biggest invitation, and I trust Jonathan's, is you are so powerful. You get to reframe your story, your life, in every way you want to, as long as it serves you. Because nobody will ever be in your way to get anywhere you want to but you. So you either decide to support yourself and empower yourself and reframe anything the way you want to reframe. Yet, first of all, again, how are you going to reframe it if you don't have clarity? And how are you going to have clarity if you don't even know what unconditional love is, if you don't want to even step into that, right? Again, so it's a beautiful dance with a little bit of all the parts of you, right? Whatever you've been, whatever you want to be, whatever you're going to be at any moment, you get to play and you get to experience all of these parts, and allow yourself to understand that there is not the same journey on this earth. You all are so beautiful and so unique, and you get to be proud of hustling for your own dream. You get to be proud for saying no and doing whatever you need to do for your vision. And you get to be proud that your path looks like your path only. Wow. You didn't pick the path that thousands are walking in. Good for you. So how can you say that you really failed? How can you say that because, hey, nobody walked your path yet. Ever. Yet, for you to do so with a little more ease, and to really, really, really start experiencing a level of groundedness, level of enoughness, level of the projection happens within your head of your reality. So guess what? The level of your love for self will be the same level that you will project into this reality. Is as simple as that. And the relationship with you will be mirrored in every single relationship in your life, including relationships with your finances, relationship with your body, not only a romantic relationship or friendships or with a human, by the way. Relationship with your energy as well. Are you bleeding your energy and not being able to say no and don't have boundaries, and you think you're still worthy and love yourself, yet you're acting like you're not worthy? Because it's very easy to tell who is fully in love with self. It depends how you utilize your energy. I mean, if somebody knows the power of the energy, you can feel it automatically. It's in your face, right? So how priceless is your energy? How priceless is your attention to where you focus? Are you focusing on your clarity and your vision? Are you focusing on nurturing your body and how good and how fantastic and how enough you are? Or this and more, we're about to find out. Whoever is coming to see us, and we are very, 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 every workshop, every event, me and Jonathan went through so many classes of transformation for ourselves and for the students that we supported. And Every one of them is profound and priceless, every minute of it. Because again, it's all very unique. The energy is co-creating very differently at every time. And the unfolding that we seeing, Jonathan, from 2 years ago, 3 years ago, to what is happening right now in the world, I say it's amazing. People are getting aware. People are waking up. People are desiring to empower themselves. So, welcome to your multidimensionality. Welcome to you not only using your physical body and this little boxed linear thinking and understanding that you see only 1% and allowing yourself to explore way, way more. Meaning, ooh, Jonathan, are we saying that there is more possibilities than they even can imagine?
Infinite.
Here you go. And that's the beauty of this transformation. It is hard, challenging to explain or for you to understand or to comprehend if you haven't experienced. Yet transformation feels like you're literally was that caterpillar that takes 12 hours to cross a room. And possibility to cross an ocean was not a possibility. And past transformation, you don't want to cross one ocean. You want to cross an ocean few times back and forth with no problem. So that's the possibilities that you're allowing yourself to explore. Jonathan, take away, and I will say we'll probably again we'll finish soon. So take away whatever is coming up, whatever you want to share. Maybe you want to add anything about the class as well. Wait, before you go, I have Telegram channel. If somebody is not like, if you're not joining me in any way, not a problem yet. A lot of questions that I get is about so many questions, anything spirituality, anything quantum physics, anything manifestation. So my Telegram group, I do share my videos there as well. And yet I share so many videos from everywhere. And I'm talking Kabbalah education, Santos, Bonacci, right? With astrology, we're talking quantum physics, we're talking religious. So awakening in some people that are channeling what's happening, about a little bit about astral and so on. So it's this channel is for you to go down the rabbit hole. Like, I know you hear us, yet go and see how many more people from Greg Braden to everyone out there already, what do you call it, putting this puzzle together. So we're seeing that there was way more bigger picture than we've ever imagined. And it's beautiful because we're all coming together and we all have some kind of information. We're all a puzzle piece of this big, big, beautiful puzzle. So I congratulate everyone coming together and sharing knowledge. There's so many beautiful coaches, mentors out there, so many people that went through transformation and sharing body healings, emotional healing. So again, it doesn't have to be me or Jonathan that supports you or mentors you or leads you in any way, right? Or stands by you in any way. There are so many people out there, yet don't be too lazy to do a little bit more of a research for your own self, for your own bodies, emotional, mental, and so on. So Telegram is open and it's pretty awesome. Down the rabbit hole, use discernment. That's what I'll say, please. There are some pretty dark videos as well. So Jonathan, take away whatever you would like to share.
Well, I like just to piggyback on that, what you just said at the end. I would even say like diversity is the best. Don't just focus on one person sharing knowledge about transformation.
Yeah.
Try to get as much as you can or want. Definitely get as much perspectives as you can, because at the end of the day, where everybody's making this up. I'm making this up. You're making it up. Whoever's watching is making everything up. At the end of the day. So let's just see what best supports you. But and then I guess to end everything, I will share like a little story. Not so much technical stuff. It's just more of a realization I had at work. I work at a restaurant and we see like around 150 families a day on the weekend. It gets really, really packed. So I see a lot of people, okay? A lot of people sometimes come in just like, Maybe they're hungry, after they eat, they're like, oh, hey, whatever. Or they're just coming happy all in. Hey, how are you doing? Good to see you, blah, blah, blah. All these characters, okay? Um, and the one thing that causes every single body to smile, the people waiting in line, the people in the restaurant, the staff, even if the staff is having a not so good day, they're just tired. The one thing that changes everybody is a baby. If a baby walks in, even I smile. I'm just like, hey, look at that baby right there. Everybody just looks, oh, a baby, like, oh, a baby. And just think about this, like for a basketball player, it's just like, whoa, it was like, whoa, it's a famous basketball. Oh snap, what did this guy do? First of all, he schooled everybody at school in basketball. He beat them all. Went college, then got into NBA. He's on TV, he won some championships. Now you're like, whoa, because he did all this work. You've seen it. Anybody else comes in, you're not like, whoa. But a baby comes in and you're like, what does this baby do? He was just born. The baby didn't go to college. He hasn't made any content for you to laugh at. He hasn't got any degrees or any new scientific discovery to share with you. The baby's just a little piece of human flesh that has a heartbeat and a smile, and it smells good. So this realization was just like the value of us humans. Somewhere along the line, we start putting that value on what we have accomplished, on what tangible things we have, amount of money and influence and power we have over people that, if we do not have that, we might be beating ourselves up or putting ourselves in the lower vibration. And a baby is just right there, just hanging out, smiling, laughing. Maybe it's crying and you're still laughing at the baby. You're not laughing, you're smiling. Oh, how cute, baby's crying. Like, the baby's crying. If an adult is crying in line, just wow, you want to kick that person out. And it's just that realization of this baby has no home, like it doesn't have anything to its name, and everybody wants to hug it and kiss it.
I'll take it further, because yeah, it is a little bit of achievements and stuff, how we separate the adults, right? Like we compartmentalize them, who's successful, who's not successful, from an image. And that's, I say that is that is kind of, isn't it like impairment, like you deciding something only on the image? Like that's crazy, first of all, because I've never felt that way. So I've never felt, because my mom was a psychologist as well, so she worked with quite wealthy families back home in Lithuania, and most of us post Soviet Union were pretty poor. And the funny thing is, she worked with most of the kids that were in very rich families that were suicidal, versus I was a very happy kid. So I never had an idea of me, somebody having money or an image of that they have it all, family, that they live good, because from very early age I was the supporter of my mom's, like going to these kids' birthdays and celebrations, because they were so depressed and down, because parents didn't have any time for them, period, right? So I've never seen that image the way everybody else saw. Yet let me take it further. Besides that, this is successful, this is not successful, because ABC. What else the baby has? The baby has innocent energy, and the baby has a pure heart. And that's precisely why some people are amazing coaches and amazing mentors and support. We're all healers, but we're not healers for others. We're healers for ourselves. And then we activate the other one to remember that they can heal themselves, okay? And why some are extraordinary and some of them are still struggling themselves. It's the purity of your heart. It's how much you cleaned up yourself from all the programming. The child doesn't have programming yet. And in a field of a child, everyone will feel always good. Their nervous system will be like, usually they will say, oh, you take a kid, it calms you down right away, right? Like being around the kid. And the best healers will do that the same for you, because they clean their own programming. Our body has an instructions that it's called blueprint, right? So we have all of these bodies, but your physical body has an instructions from your mental body, from your consciousness. Your emotional body is affected by it as well, and physical body, how it operates. So if you can clear up in that beautiful blueprint, and it was inverted, right? So if you can flip it back and pour in unconditional love into it, guess what? Everybody's nervous system around you will start being relaxed. Everybody will start healing around them. That's why people heal around babies. And that's why babies for a family, it's such a big deal as well, because they do bring back that innocence into the family. And there is a clear, and a lot of parents will learn a lot from their kids. And thank you, parents that are learning from kids and not thinking that you're going to teach a kid something. You will teach something. Yet again, first, learn a little bit more from a kid, because kids come into the families to support those families, to learn that purity, to learn that joy, to learn that simplicity again. You know, that's what I feel kids are inviting us to do. And I will say why we all light up that way, because there's no mental conversation, right? With an adult that I will say, I'm coach, right? So I'll mentor per se, whatever. So I'm like, hey, Jonathan, that's what works, to calm down and. Hence, again, words don't really teach the truth. It's the resonance. So you will have a mental conversation with me, because when I'm an adult, you'll be like, yes, Rom, I get it. But look, this is the situation, and my wife is about to leave me, and how am I not supposed to worry about my kids to go into college? But you can't have this conversation with a child, right? So you're really grounded and you tune into their energy. And that's all what it is. It's a pure, beautiful energy, because that's where everything starts. Your physical body, the way it is, because of how your energetical body is. If you don't like a result in your physical reality, you got to go in your energetical bodies, emotional body, mental body, spiritual body, and clear up there, work there, do that inner work there. Hence, then you don't have to go and catch all these million things in this reality outside of you and keep fixing them. Period. The same with addiction. Like, you don't need to look at the weed and start arguing with the weed. You don't need to do that at all. When you start falling in love with yourself, you will literally be sitting there like, it's nice, I don't really want to smoke, huh? That's literally going to happen. And that's going to be your progress. That's going to be a sign where you're at with your own unconditional love. So that's a beautiful sharing, Jonathan. Precisely. Hence, again, that's a big invitation for everybody because that's another evidence how much we value that clear energy, how much we value that purity, that unconditional love, because the child, guess what? The child emanates. That's all. Imagine you now emanating the same thing. So that's what we're inviting you all. Right? July, next Tuesday. Now the links all will put down here. So we'll have a link for everyone. So funny, usually I don't get phone calls, so many phone calls on this live, one phone call, another, and third. So we'll have links for July 25th masterclass. And we will have a link as well to my link tree, where there are mentoring possibilities as well. A really good, amazing, I'm having 10-week Becoming Bold Self as well. Jonathan, I'll talk to you as well. I might want to co-create with you something, because I'm liking what we're doing and I'm liking the results a lot. So please, whoever is watching, I appreciate you. Who will watch later, thank you for your courageous hearts. If you are open enough to question yourself, I celebrate you immensely, because that is the most uncomfortable thing, and that is one of the more challenging ones. And if you can do that, you can do it all. So if you can question your beliefs and your frame, okay, and you can really question yourself. Are you raw, honest with yourself about your own conditional love, your self-discipline? Because beautiful beings, remember that. Nothing profound on this earth, nothing profound on this earth was created, was birthed, that didn't have fully put in passion and consistency. Nothing worth creating, right, will be created without any consistency. So wherever your self-discipline finishes, that's where your self-love finishes, And that's where your limitation starts. Discipline is freedom, because it is really fun for me at whatever age I am. I don't celebrate my birthday, so I'm forgetting my age now. Yet, going back to Muay Thai that I did, I just shared with Jonathan this rising, one of my biggest loves, and I stopped doing it. I did it for years, probably totally around 20 years. And I stopped it because, the body and the recovery, and it takes longer, and the bruises and sparring. And yet, I went back because that's what makes me feel exuberant and enjoy myself and enjoy my vitality and use my body for whatever I want to use. I will tell you, I can do that because I've done it consistently all my life. It's very easy at no matter what age. My mother is in her own right, a nice, beautiful, experienced age, whatever she is. And there's very few ladies at her age that is able to play 4 hours of ping pong every week. That's freedom. I will say that's no limitations, and that's freedom. So she can do it because she consistently always put it into her body. That's all. So welcome to your best part of your lives yet. Because if you're listening to this, I know you're probably researching and listening more, and you're learning more and then learning more. So amazing. Kudos to you. I celebrate you. Jonathan, anything else?
No, that's it.
Oh, I love it. There's a comment as well. Felipe, thank you. He said, so good to hear, to be hearing to this convo. I'll watch it all again. Love your page, Roma. Thank you. So yeah, Instagram is booming of mine. I do have Facebook. Instagram is for now kind of my preference as well. And we have Telegram. We have this YouTube, Jonathan. Maybe we'll go another live soon. If you are in. Again, thank you for such a big support and being here. His experiences are so valuable and priceless, and his process will be valuable and priceless to you as well, who will join. It's $33.33 for a 90-minute experimental masterclass. So the link will be below. Again, Jonathan, you can take off and finish.
All right. Well, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for tuning in, and just love yourself. Honestly,
Not just like love yourself.
same thing.
Like simply love yourself.
Yeah.
Why, Jonathan, they get to love themselves? Because we love you already.
Yeah, pretty much.
And you are priceless.
You're screwed. We love you.
We love you. No matter what. Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you, everyone. Have an amazing rest of your day and your week. Yeah. Let's finish with with affirmation. I would like to. So let's finish with an audible affirmation, meaning I am all powerful, and every cell in my body is drenched with bliss, is drenched with contentment, and is drenched with abundance and happiness. I trust every breath, because with every breath, whatever is unfolding for me, and I can see in the now more and more magic within me and around me. And so it is done. Mic drop. Done. Love you all. Bye. So now, do I just end Zoom, or how do I get off?
You could just, on YouTube, it should be an end one. Or on your bottom, it says on the more.
I love it. Well, see, people, that's the point. You know what's really cool? Like, is that a failure? No, you learn as you go. That's what's cool, right?
If we didn't plan this all the way, we didn't need to. We don't have to. We chose not to.
Oh, yeah, I see. And again, even when you plan, we set everything up, and then suddenly Jonathan couldn't do the live stream. I think because
I figured it out, but it's a lot of techno mumbo jumbo. Nobody needs to know.
Exactly. So I see live stream right here. Bye, beautiful, powerful, multidimensional beings. Use your gifts. You're full of hidden